Happy Friday, y'all. Um, yes, we're going back to the gallery, but it's a different way of, we're taking a different route to get there. And we're going to actually be using the built in WordPress patterns or the pattern library, but we're going to mix it with GenerateBlocks, the dynamic query block. And it's a little trick. So this is a wonderful testament to communities. Um, I had been beating my head against the desk, trying to work with nested queries and things like that, and just trying to make some things work. And I had posted something over in the Generate Blocks community on Facebook. They have a great Facebook group. And a gentleman named Stan Rivkin chimed in and was like, I don't think you need to create a advanced custom fields block. I think you can do it in another way. And I was like, really? Okay. And anyway, I asked him to elaborate, and he was kind enough to private message me and kind of gave his explanation of how he did things. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just hadn't thought of it this way. Like, I'm overcomplicating it. And I mean, and each approach has its advantages, but the way he had done it, I had not really considered before. And I started playing with it. And I may not be doing it exactly the way that he's implemented it, but he opened this door and got me thinking more openly about it, I guess. And it revealed some new solutions that, man, I'm going to be trying on some client websites. So anyway, we're going to look at a couple of different things, and to kick it off, we're just going to see what happens when you drop a query block into a pattern, a reusable synced pattern. So just to be clear, there are two different pattern types in, let's see, let's go into the About page. So a pattern is a collection of things. So if I make a container, and within that container, I put a grid, and I put a piece of text, pattern that is synced. And let's, and we'll drop in an image, and yeah, so that is we built a small little component, let's say, and now let's convert it into a pattern. Okay, and you get synced and not synced. Synced will treat it like just a component that can be dropped into a page, and then you can edit it. So it is not tied to anything. It's not, I mean, exactly what it says. It's not synced up from anywhere. If you sync it, this pattern is going to be the same across your site wherever you've included it. And if you go update the pattern in the pattern section, or you update it anywhere, we'll see how that works. You probably know this is not a GenerateBlocks or GeneratePress thing. This is a WordPress thing. If you update this pattern and it's synced, it's going to update it everywhere that you've referenced it. So test pattern component, and you can give it a category and organize it. We'll call it featured and components. Okay, we're going to add it, and it makes it purple, gives it this outline, and that differentiates it from, I think, a regular unsynced pattern is just the black. So now if I go, we'll delete that, go add it here, and you'll see it show up in my quick view. but I can also get to it here and go to patterns and go to my patterns. And yeah, so we'll drop it in there. Oop, still have my slash. So close that up. And so now I have two of them. So let's say I want to change it. I can say edit original, and let's change this image out. Oop. And let's make it that one. And now if I save it, yep, I want to save it and go back. Now it's updated it here as well because it is a synced pattern. Now you can also take a synced pattern and you can detach it, and it makes it just another block in your page layout. So anyway, so we're going to use this and turn it up to 11, so to speak, and do something a little fancier. So first of all, to show you, we're going to remove that. We're going to, first of all, I'm going to show you a way that you can create some reusable blocks that are dynamic and allow your clients or others to update them. So let's say we have our galleries. Now, say, you tell your client, look, we're going to have 3 galleries, and you're going to be able to drop them in the site wherever you want to by way of a block. And if you ever want to edit them, you come in here to the galleries post type, and then, and however you choose to do documentation or video tutorials for your clients, whatever. So you will have to give them some kind of guidance as far as that. But let's go. So we're going to say, like, this is the source of the galleries, but we're going to make a reusable block that you can drop in anywhere on the site, and it will pull from these galleries. So like I have that with advanced custom fields and the custom block, but Stan was, like you can, unless you really need that customization, you can make it a lot easier. And boy, was he right. So I'm going to jump over here and we're going to just steal this whole thing. And we're going to go back to the about page and we're going to drop it in, and we're going to change it slightly. And paste. Okay, so now let's take this query, and it is still a post meta, not the current post. Here's where we choose. Where's my galleries? Why don't, okay, I may have to go in and, wait a minute, I'm not doing a query, am I? Am I doing a query? Hang on. Let me remind myself. Okay, sorry for the jump there. Quick tip. If you're creating a post type in Advanced Custom Fields Pro and you have exclude from search checked, it will not show up in the listing of posts for the GenerateBlocks query block. That's all it was. So let's continue after much hair pulling and deliberation. Okay, let's go back to pages. Let's go back to about. All right, and let's select this. It's going to be a post meta. And now we're going to select, let's say, Jedi's from Empire Strikes Back. And the meta key, there it is. Okay, it's going to automatically pull this. Okay. And it's all working. So now I'm going to rename, let's see. So let's rename this to Empire Strikes Back. list of Jedis. Our gallery gallery of Jedis. Let's just leave it at that. And that's just kind of for my reference. But now let's create a pattern out of it. So ESB gallery of Jedis. Can't spell. And we'll just, classify as media. We're going to leave it as saint. Boom. Okay. So add. So it gives us this nice little purple block. And now it's dropped in place. We're going to save. And if we go over here to the About page, now we have our little gallery of things here. And now let's say the client comes in and he's like, you know what, let's drop this Luke confronts Vader or whatever. Now we have it in our page, and it is a we need it more than once, don't we, to really get the full effect. So let's it's going to be kind of weird, but we'll go into components, which is actually, this is a page of it was some of the GenerateBlocks pattern library stuff I was trying out. Let's insert it right above this, and we should be able to, there's our gallery of Jedis. Okay, and that's going to fill in. Okay, nice. So now I just wanted to show you, we have it in more than one place, and we're going to go modify that gallery now under the gallery's post type. And I think that's the one. I want to say we're going to remove that one, and we're going to save it. If we go back here, it's removed, so it's updated. And we can also go to components, and it's updated. Okay, so that is a simple way to give your clients control over the content while giving them movable blocks they can drop in anywhere. They could put this in a blog post. They could put this in a team bio or something, but also certainly in pages, and it gives them some flexibility without you having to go to the trouble and code of creating an advanced custom fields block, editor block. But we can take it a step further, as always, and I'm gonna pull up my stuff over on my cheat site. Just let's go to advanced custom fields, and actually let's do a new taxonomy first. I forget what I was going to call this, and this is where, again, Stan Rivkin, in his kind, patient message sent me, he mentioned some things about setting taxonomies and things that would allow you to control visibility. And it gave me an idea on how to place content in a page without using the custom editor block, but still having advanced custom fields on the page. So I want to do something like page has, like, what would we call it? We'll just say page has block, or maybe additional page blocks, or page content. Maybe that makes a little more sense. Except you get this plural, like, okay. Block, that's going to get crazy long. Additional. Maybe we shorten it to that. And we want it to be associated with pages. So, and I always like hierarchical. Even it just looks better, even though we're not really going to want it nested. Yeah, that'll work. So now let's go in here to pages. That may look kind of confusing, but I don't know. Okay. So now I have a gallery, and that's really all we're going to have. But you can imagine adding more. So we just want to use this as a way to add the fields on the fly. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess you don't have to do this. It can just be optional. So now we go back to ACF and the field groups, and let's see. Let's add new and just call it. What did I call it? Oh, yeah. So I did a separate field group per, or this is just the way I did it, per field. So I know I could do like just page fields, additional page fields, and have it all in one, but I wanted to do them separately. This might be messy, but I don't know. How did I do it? Page gallery fields. I'll just call it page gallery. Page gallery. And then we want it to return an array because we want all that good stuff. We're going to set it to page and also set it to, and this is confusing, post taxonomy, because that made me think. So it's referenced under the post type, but it just means you get to pick. So additional page content blocks. So if they check gallery, this is going to pop up and give us these choices, or give us this field. So now let's go to pages, and we're going to take a different approach. So we're going to go to the about page. We're going to remove or no, we're not. We're going to break it or detach it. Sorry. So now it's just a standard block in our page. But now let's look at, okay, so it's not here. So let's go to additional page content, and it's going to take a minute to pop up. And let's say include a gallery. So now this gallery field pops up, and let's just include all the stuff. Maybe except for Santa Claus and the weapons. Or what is that? That's good. That's good. Okay, we have all this stuff. And now we save it. And okay, we have the content or the data stored with the post, but of course there's no this is still pulling from our galleries post type. um, Nowhere to be found. So let's change that. So now we're going to rename this to current page gallery. So we want it to pull from the gallery we just included down here. See where I'm headed with this? So I'm sorry, I'm referencing I should be able to do this a lot more quickly. Let's look at the block. So yeah, it is post meta, but it's going to be the current post. I'm pretty sure about that. And we changed it to, oh, is it going to show it? Yes, page gallery. Oh, there we go. And here's the little thing that I thought was kind of weird. Like, does it even need the key? Because I don't have the correct key in there. That's not the post meta. So like URL, that's all it needs. I did not know that. So it doesn't even need the actual, I mean, I guess it's pulling it, since it's a post meta query, it's just pulling it from that. Well, that changes things a little. So as a loop item, well, I'll be. Did I change both of these? Okay, So now I save it, and now it's there. Okay, and it's working. And now it's pulling from the data we've included in the page. But what if they include the block? Oh, yeah. So we need to, well, okay. So where I'm going with this, we need to set it. Let's look at this. So let's go ahead and create a pattern. And what did I call it here? Yeah, page gallery block. And we'll include this under media. We do want it to be synced. Okay, let's add it. Okay, so now, that's weird. I thought it would render. If we were to remove an image, come back here, it should remove that one. Okay, it does. So it's dynamic. So it's pulling from that as we modify it. Huh, still not rendering there. It did in my other test. Anyway, what if the client has included the block, but then they come in and they delete all the images and they uncheck that? Then what happens? Well, you may not even need what I was thinking we needed. Okay, it did include an empty div. So here is where, oh geez, do I even have it installed? I do not. Okay, hang on just a second. I'm going to install a plugin real quick. Okay, I've installed block visibility, the block visibility plugin. So now we're going to have a little bit more control over how that object appears. And, so we're going to foolproof it a little bit. About. So let's go back here to our page gallery block. We're going to edit the original. I think this is going to do the trick. And now we have these visibility options. And we're going to use advanced custom fields. And okay. So we're going to select page gallery. And we want to hide it. So if it has no value, yeah, with the current post. That's right. Okay. So now save that. And actually, I should have. Does this have. Okay. Let's call this GBC page gallery container, just to make it a little more. Okay, we're going to go back now that we've edited that. Now if I refresh, yeah, we get nothing. There's a paragraph. That is a spacer. Yeah, okay, so it's working. So now if I go back to additional page content and I include my gallery again, and we go add some stuff, so I have all the things except for Santa Claus and weapons, Space Santa. I'll just include Space Santa. Space Santa in the Star Wars universe. Okay. And boom, everybody's here. And if they want to move it, it's still not loading. That's weird. Because on my, oh no, it doesn't. No, yes, it does. Sort of. I don't know. WordPress is doing some weird things. It might be my internet connection. I don't know. So now they can, if they want to put it down here and save. And now it comes down under this heading level 2. So I thought that was pretty cool, and all because of the way Stan described the way that they handle things like this. It just got the wheels turning. I was like, well, this would be kind of cool, and doesn't require any code. This is all done in GenerateBlocks and WordPress, and I could see it coming in handy for other things. So you can include, different uh, additional page content types that appear. Like, we want to include. Now you can only include one technically. I mean, I guess you could do a gallery 1, gallery 2, but so it's not as flexible as, say, are they flexible content blocks in advanced custom fields, or just as flexible as dropping in a block and adding the content on the fly whenever you want. But this is pretty simple and gives the clients control over where the content is placed in the page. So you can give them control over the content and over where it's positioned. I think that's pretty slick. Yeah, there's got to be some other uses for this, because we can query anything. Um, Maybe some, relevant products if you have a product listing, or services if you have a service listing somewhere on the site. Maybe team members that are associated with uh, lawyers and practice areas. Um, that can get fairly complicated, and that might be another video because I've done that before. Um, anyway, there are lots of good use cases for this, and I hope you find it useful. I guess that's it. So we're almost at 30 minutes. I'll shut it off here. I'll leave you with this beautiful gallery punctuated by Mr. Space Santa. This is AI, folks. This is it's a weird thing. Anyway, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Thanks so much for um, jumping on board. I hope you guys find this useful. Hope you find all the videos useful, and I hope you will comment. Let me know if I've missed some things. Stan, please, if you're watching this and want to chime in on, maybe I'm not using this to its fullest potential. Probably not using it exactly the way you described, but again, you got the wheels turning, and I appreciate it. So you guys take care and have a great weekend. See you next week.